Good evening and welcome to Gala on the Go for Mélange 2021. I am here with the fabulous Emily Quinn, who you all know, and this is our big night to go virtual, all to benefit Milford Regional Medical Center. Thank you at home for joining us.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So glad so many of you could join us. We are so happy to be here. I always love spending time with you, Paul. Gala on the Go is finally here. A lot of hard work went into it. And while you're at home, we are here at the Willows in Medway. It's such a beautiful facility. The Salmons have been very gracious in allowing us to take over the third floor here. But really, it's state-of-the-art, beautiful, assisted, independent, and memory care living. And it's got all of the amenities of a fine hotel. It's just beautiful here.
It's great space, no question about it. Absolutely beautiful. And thank you to the Willows and to the Salmon family for allowing us the opportunity to use this tonight as our studio and our venue. And rumor has it that there's some people who have already taken occupancy on the fourth floor. So shortly after tonight's event, I'll be checking out to see if I can finally get a date.
Well, the Salmons treat their residents as if they're their own family members, and you can completely tell when you're in this space. So again, thank you to the Salmons and thank you to everyone here at the Willows they've all been wonderful hosts, and we're grateful. At this time, we want to take a look at a video. We have a video to show.
The Whitensville Christian School has graciously agreed to allow their a cappella group to entertain you this evening. And there's a lot of talent in that group, both as leaders in the school and a great group of kids that really work their magic.
If you remember, we had the 2017 Mélange at the Whitensville Christian School. Andrew and Julie Salmon were our hosts and chairs of the event. It was one of the biggest events that we've had for Mélange. It was just a lot of fun, and the kids did a wonderful job performing that night, and they wanted to perform again for all of you this evening. And I think it was the Brookhouses that initially, Tony and Denise Brookhouse, that initially introduced us to the Whitensville Christian School.
They made the introduction, and Tony and Denise are even hosting a party tonight. So while we're here in the studio reaching out to all of you simulcast, many of you have graciously agreed to entertain your friends and guests, and the Brookhouses are one of those house parties. I understand at this point in time, there remains a line out in front of the Brookhouse resident. They invited a good group of folks who invited another group of folks who invited some of their friends. So right now, they're still pushing their way through the door, but hopefully the guests that are inside are actively participating and savoring some of the delicacies and the open bar there at the house. Enjoy yourselves, everyone.
And then another great friend to the Christian School and to us is Bill Fredericks. He's a board member. He's a spirited bidder, so I'm sure Bill's out there with his family getting ready to bid if they haven't already. So thanks to Bill and his family for joining us.
And he's actually not far from the Brookhouses, right?
Not far at all.
That could be a noisy area of town.
That could be. So let's take a listen to this first clip.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Whitensville Christian School and Vocal Ensemble, we want to thank all of our healthcare heroes at Milford Regional. We are honored to be a part of Gala on the Go. Congratulations to all of our generous donors for making tonight such a success.
In every heart there is a room, a sanctuary safe and strong, to heal the wounds from lovers past, until a new one comes along. I spoke to you in cautious tones. You answered me with no pretense, and still I feel I'm set to blush. My silence is my self-defense,
and every time I've held a rose, it seems I've only felt the thorns. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so will you soon,
great group of kids.
Oh, I
Really,
love spending time with them. They're a wonderful group and it's a wonderful school.
definitely.
And they've been great about helping us with social media. So I know when we had Mélange there a few years ago, the students really encouraged us to use social media. So we just want to be sure, since the kids are probably watching, that we make a plug to follow Facebook, Instagram,
Definitely.
hashtag Gala on the Go. And please send your pictures because we miss you. We miss seeing you. And we would love to see how those house parties are going. So send your pictures in. You can even email them to the foundation office.
That would be great. We definitely want to see the action at home with you folks enjoying yourselves. It's a great night, so please take advantage of it. Look who just walked in here. I will tell you, working with Ed Kelly is terrific. He takes ownership, he empowers us to do a good job, and he always wants to know what's cooking, and he always helps out in every instance. And Ed, come over here. Come on. He's hesitant because it wasn't part of tonight's plan. Ed, come over here. Get over here, Ed. Talk to me.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. You know, my rule of thumb, Emily, with Mélange is just to stay out of everyone's way. So I'm here mostly just observing tonight and to say thank you. But while I have this opportunity, I will speak to the audience just to thank them. And really, hasn't it been an incredible year? Just a very tough year. And we're so fortunate to have Milford Regional, the hospital, all of the urgent care and the physician offices. And really, it's a credit to the team that works every day to take great care of patients. We're so fortunate to have all of our doctors, nurses, and support staff that take great care of our community. We also have a terrific employed physician group, Milford Regional Physician Group, and all of our, we have 4 academic partnerships, UMass Memorial, Dana-Farber, Brigham and Women's, and I forgot one. Boston Children's. I'm sorry.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you, Emily. But really, I think what sets us apart just as much is the community and all of the community support that we've gotten over the years that have helped build all of the facilities that we have. So I want to thank you for all of your support in advance, everything that you can do. We miss seeing you in person, and we hope to see you again next year. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back to you, Emily.
Thanks,
Thank
Ed.
Thank you, Ed. We're sorry to pull you in there unannounced, but we definitely appreciate you being here, and thank you for everything that you do.
He always likes to take advantage of an opportunity to thank the community, and we appreciate it knowing how busy he is that he was able to stop by. So thank you. Now it's my favorite part. We get to start to talk a little bit about how you can bid. I know we've already had some people who are bidding who have already figured it out. So hopefully that means we've made it easy enough for you. So if you can bid, you really just need anything from your iPhone, to your iPad, to your laptop. We really have made it as easy as we can for you. So please pick up your device and start bidding. I know Laura and Mark Mann have a gathering right now, and I know they've already started to bid. So please keep an eye on the item of your choice and bid as much as you can. I will say also on the bottom of your screen is the website to go directly to the auction page. So Mélange 2021.ggo.bid.com. And there's also a very fancy QR code. We've never done this, Paul.
That's it.
So you can scan your QR code and go right to the bidding page as well. And if you have any trouble at all, please call the office. Julie, our friend Julie, is there to answer the phone for you. She can even bid for you if that would make it easy for you. And it can be reached at 508-422-2228. So pretty easy, right, Paul?
I like it.
Not
I
a
like
bad
it.
thing.
You laid
So-
that right up. They're tired of hearing from me about bidding, so thank you for doing that. And I noticed Emily even has a bid number in her hand. That's how fired up she is about that bidding. But you know, one of the reasons she asks you to bid and to participate is because we've got a very busy hospital, and more particularly a very busy emergency room. And there's a lot of activity there every day, and a lot of need for support of our community who have challenges and they need immediate care. As early as this morning, it was active in the ER, and I'd like to cut to a clip now of some action in the morning today, if you would.
right, what are we dealing with here?
So we have a middle-aged man. He has lots of anxiety. He's talking so fast we can't even understand what he's saying.
Sir, do you know what day it is and what time it is? No. It's Saturday, November 6th. It's 4 p.m. Oh my God! I gotta get some lunch! Hey, hold on a second. Take this. Take your 2 signature cocktails and call me in the morning. And live from Milford, it's Mélange Gala on the go. It's Saturday night. Although it's not all fun and games. We love you, we need you, and we hope you can participate in some meaningful way tonight. Thank you so much for being with us.
I told you there's a lot of action in the emergency room. And thanks to Dr. Hopkins, we were able to put that together for you. So as much as it's serious business, we want to ensure that everyone has a good laugh tonight and an enjoyable evening. And Dr. Hopkins, I mean, after that display, I am certain you're going to have requests coming in direct from Hollywood. And all we can say is don't leave us.
He is such a star,
He
and
is.
we really appreciate Dr. Hopkins being so supportive. And tonight, Dr. Hopkins and his wife Sarah, not only are they do that, they're having a big party at their house tonight.
That's right,
so
too.
we thank you to all of you. Get your bidding going. This is the time to do it, and we're just so happy that you were willing to support us in that way with Orion. I'm so glad you're okay, Paul, because honestly, I could not do this by myself. So the fact that you were okay, I need you to be the person to handle the auction tonight. So
in talking with Dr. Hopkins and his wonderful wife, hope you guys are having a good time at your party. Hope you're enjoying yourselves and hoping you are and savoring the flavor of your house party and your drink packages. But nonetheless, he also said that people who are attending his home, that he's welcomed into his home, can feel free when they depart to leave with anything they'd like. So pick out some fine silverware, some china, whatever you need. He has some couple of pieces of artwork. So in support of Mélange and the spirit of community and generosity, there's your first option.
this is where the trouble begins. As you can see, Paul takes a different turn on the program, but that's okay. So now is actually probably a good time. I know that Anthony and Susan Consigli and their guests are anxious to start bidding.
They are.
So it's a good time to start reviewing the items and letting people know what's available to them. So I'm going to leave it to the professional. I don't think you want me doing
Great.
the bidding part.
Yeah, we do have a good lineup of items. Obviously not as many live auction items as we would typically offer to you, but in our condensed version of the Mélange Annual Gala, we've selected a handful of good items, and we really need your spirited participation here. Item number one, you'll be able to see details on your screen now, is the Aruba Vacation for 4. Item number one here is the 1-week stay for 4 on Eagle Beach, now in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath suite. You're staying for a week, and you get the option of that week between May 27th and June 23rd, 2022. So enjoy Aruba. It's an easy vacation to take, and everybody loves it. Item number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is the Olivas, a lobster bake now. One of the all-time favorites. Everybody loves the Oliva family. They know they are great cooks and entertainers as well. This is a lobster bake for 50 people. And it includes, I don't know if you've ever been to one of their lobster bakes, but it is extraordinary. I mean, the first round of appetizers comes out and they're serving scallops and bacon and lollipop lamb chops. The list goes on. And then they do the clam chowder. And then there's a whole buffet of other interesting salads and meats. And then comes the lobster. I mean, this thing is like an all-day affair. It's a dynamite opportunity for people to celebrate that special occasion. Oliva's Lobster Bake, be the bidder, be the winner on that one. Item number 3, ladies and gentlemen, that we're offering tonight are the Patriots season tickets for 4 now. Patriots season tickets for 4. You have 4 tickets to every home game in the 2022-23 season. These are great seats. You'll be able to take in those games, real action, no more watching it on TV, ladies and gentlemen. And Matt and Sandy Clark have been so gracious and kind to us in terms of the items that they donate, their kindness that they've shown us, their continued participation in supporting us. And thank you to them. This is a great item. Don't be bashful on this. Big money on this one. The next one, item number 4, ladies and gentlemen, now, savor the flavor at Restaurant 45. The Smith family, and more particularly Mark Smith, the owner over at Restaurant 45, has really endeavored to reach out to us consistently, to donate to us. And we're grateful to Restaurant 45 for all their support, their continued support. Mark has offered us a terrific dinner package with a personalized menu and wine pairings, professional service, or if you'd rather have a brunch, that's fine too. We can pair it up with pomegranate mimosas and be off and running. Item number 5 in tonight's auction, ladies and gentlemen, is Escape to the White Mountains. Emily mentioned earlier, Laura and Mark Mann, and they have this wonderful location across from Loom Mountain. It's a private 4-bedroom home. It's absolutely beautiful, wonderful amenities, and the location is just the perfect location. If you are a skier, this is a spectacular opportunity to engage in the sport of your choice. But also, if you want to go during the summer, you could do hiking, biking, and all that good stuff as well. So that's a nice travel destination. Item number 6 now, moving along, is the Catered Backyard Movie Night. And we did this once a few years back. The feedback on it was terrific. Our friend Dave Camera over at Shoreline Audiovisual brings in a great screen. He brings in the truck, sets up the whole operation, projects the movie of your choice. And it's a fun night out for the family, great kids' birthday party or celebration, wonderful neighborhood meet and greet, whatever you want to put together there. But we're also including food for 20 as well, on that one. And item number 7, ladies and gentlemen, item number 7 is Morin's Chef's Dinner. Well, we don't have Morin's personally handling tonight's events for us. We do have their package here. So we're not all in one place to have Morin's catering to hundreds of us, but you can head down to Newport to the View, which is their destination. You can head down to Newport for 10 of you and have a seasonal 3-course meal, champagne on arrival, and wine and beer as well. Moving on to the next one, which is item number 8 now. This is one of our all-time favorites too. This one is the surprise envelope now, the surprise envelope. Where are we on this one now? It's just at $2,300 currently, the surprise envelope, and you never know what's in this one. So we urge you to bid here. We have the surprise envelope right out in front of me. This is, Emily, something that folks always like to bid on. And we are going to be offering this before the end of the night. This one is going to sell before the end of our show. We're going to urge you to bid quickly on this one because we are going to sell with the 2-minute countdown later in the show. This item and all of the other items tonight will be open until 9 p.m.
I don't even know what it is, just so you know.
You don't.
I'm hoping
exactly.
it's good, Paul, because sometimes you pull some tricks on it, but I think it might be good. I think it could be good.
We keep it close to the vest. Those of you know, it could be, I don't know. Like 1 year we filled it with dog poop.
Let's put it this way. It better be good.
All right. Fair enough. We'll tell you. I think you'll like it. So you got to act just like you were at our event. And you've got to stand in those house parties and say, woo, be the bidder, be the winner. Let's make it happen tonight. So check out our list. We have lots more items on there. There's a wonderful diamond pendant. Gentlemen, let me urge you to buy this regardless of price. I'm looking at our bid board. So if you see my eyes moving along here on the necklace, if we could bring that down just a bit, we'll be able to see that that's at $500. Gentlemen, do yourself a favor, buy this. Happy wife, happy life. And this one is guaranteed to keep you out of the doghouse for at least a week. A good value indeed. So we have a whole bunch of other things available too, all at different price levels. So we urge you to certainly continue your participation in the auction as we proceed tonight.
So now is a good time to take another step back, if you don't mind, Paul. I think we're generating some good energy and good enthusiasm for the auction. So it's great. I'm very excited. Every day we bear witness to the courage and the strength, the determination and the hard work of all of our nurses and physicians and the entire medical team at Milford Regional, all the ancillary staff, and how hard they work every day. So in recognition of that, we just wanted you to take a few minutes to watch the following.
As the sun rose on 2020, Milford Regional Healthcare System was filled with hope and vision. A new Level 1B continuing care nursery was on the horizon for families whose babies needed specialized care at birth. An intense goal-driven focus on quality throughout Milford Regional was manifesting in palpable ways. Along with the reemergence of grand rounds, the development of peer review committees, and strong recruitment efforts, these initiatives were attracting even greater numbers of fine physicians to our healthcare system. For years, Milford Regional leadership had been conducting disaster drills, ensuring preparedness for any disaster that might arise. On March 10th, Governor Charlie Baker declared a state of emergency as COVID-19 cases in the state were increasing. The drills became reality, and the Milford Regional team stood ready to put their well-executed plans into action. Inside our walls, Milford Regional President and CEO Ed Kelly and his management team, along with infectious disease specialists, Drs. Neustein and Sarpel, and an incredible, wide-ranging team of hospital personnel, activated Milford Regional's disaster plan. The command center became central to around-the-clock oversight as care, treatment, and supplies were constantly monitored and adjusted based upon the latest information and needs. Ed noted the extraordinary commitment and effort being made on a daily basis by everyone within the healthcare system, with a weekly email that personally recognized the challenges being faced and expressing gratitude for their dedication and resolve in caring for our community. In the face of a worldwide pandemic, the strength and determination of our healthcare system to deliver exceptional care to a community in need was on display every hour of every day. Milford Regional Physician Group quickly embraced telehealth, providing important face-to-face care for their patients in a safe and reassuring environment. Their 4 urgent care sites took on critical importance as they managed care at different locations for patients with and without COVID symptoms. They also provided the community with much-needed COVID testing. At the hospital, everyone's focus was on meeting the needs of a mounting number of admitted COVID patients, as well as ensuring the safety of our staff. Their unrelenting dedication to patient care and supporting one another were evident everywhere. All have been true warriors in the fight to defeat COVID-19.
Paul picked up his stuff.
That's how you know it's live.
Oh my goodness.
So those are our heroes. And the clip of the gentleman who was treated for COVID is just, look, that's what it's all about. And the folks that worked at the hospital, certainly during the pandemic and every day outside of that, before and after, they're just terrific. They're terrific, committed.
They work so hard every day, Paul. And again, we witness it on a daily basis, the strength and the heroic efforts that they make every day. So, and not only that, they support us too. They support the foundation. Dr. McCoy and Dr. Gagnier, and on behalf of Boston Children's, they're having a nice gathering out in Sutton.
That's right.
So hi, Dr. McCoy. I was saying that they're always one of the most energetic tables at Mélange. You always know. We usually try to make sure they're seating right in the middle because they're just do a great job, and they always are supporting us with such enthusiasm. I think Dr. McCoy was one of the first people that called me about this event.
That's great to hear.
So it's great.
That's the support we need.
That is the support you need.
And the truth is, we know there's going to be some bidding coming out of that house tonight. So, and we appreciate that. Also, for those of you that were sponsors, you received a signature drink kit, we call it. And it has some rum in there. It has some Tito's vodka. We've got a couple of secret potions. We had all the fixing in there, the pomegranates, the whole 9 yard. But one is the Harvest Mule, and the other is the Pomegranate Vodka Martini. So we have created this here, but Emily's not going to imbibe at all.
No.
And I have
See,
a
this is
group
where
of
the trouble
people-
begins. Like I said, Paul goes in a different direction
Wait a minute.
with the
We
shaker in hand.
We haven't started. We just put the ingredients in there. That's it for now. But let me tell you, we do have our soda water here.
We do.
So, and we want to toast to all of you at home. Raise your glasses high in the air. Good health, happiness, and joy, and a successful melange.
Thank you, Paul.
And Emily, here's to you and here's to me. And should we ever disagree, here's to me.
That's one of your best lines.
My mother taught me that one.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So enjoy those signature cocktails. And you know, talking about cocktails, we at our circus event, which is the last event that we had physically, it turned into a circus. It was not only our theme, and it went really well, but actually the 500 guests that ended up showing up, they actually participated in the circus.
That's right.
It was great fun. So we would love you to be here. We'd love to be in a venue, in a hotel, in a vacant building that we transformed into a dynamite destination. We'd love to be wrapping our arms around you to be together so we can make it electric, because it's hard to do over the internet. But we want to bring you back to some of that action, excitement, and energy at the Circus Gala a short time back.
Could have been 22,000.
Sold!
$24,000 now to the 24, to the 25, 25, 26, 26,000. Sold! $25,000. Woo!
Tonight's event, revenues exceeded $1 million.
My name is Paul Zekas. I'm president of Charity Auction Success. From the bottom of my heart, you have been a truly extraordinary audience. Make it a great night, and thank you so much.
And that was real action. And thank you to all of you who were there, because you know that room was just explosive with generosity, with philanthropy, with intensity. It was a great night for all of us.
It was our most successful melange to date, and it was just extraordinary. I was sort of overwhelmed by how much energy and enthusiasm and the level of participation. That was really Kevin and Leslie Lobiser. They were the chairs of the event that year. They filled that room to capacity with all of their friends. And my goodness, did we have a great time. And
we had the double table over to the left from the podium, and the Meehan family was over to the right with their double table, and there were lots of people in between, and the competition was fierce. It was a good night.
We had a
really
lot of
good
fun.
night.
It's actually an evening I probably won't ever forget. It was just It was so positive and so wonderful. And, you know, it's part of the energy enthusiasm we're trying to create tonight. It's hard when we're not with people, but, you know, I just wanted to make sure that we took this opportunity because I think the bidding is going well, Paul, for you to review the auction again.
That sounds good. I just also want to note, we did get another call from the Brook houses there. They're finally getting most of those people from outside actually into the house now. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Keep it going out there. In the meantime, we've got the Aruba Trip. And again, I'm looking at the board. So if you see me looking away, we've got a room set up here with multiple computers and big screens and the whole 9 yards. So it looks like the Aruba Vacation at $2,250 now, a great value on that one for sure. Again, an easy trip to take. That's for 4 people for a full week. The Oliva's lobster bake at $7,250. That is a value at any price. And the Patriots season tickets now at $12,000 on those. We have Restaurant 45, which is an absolutely terrific destination. And again, Mark Smith just texted me 2 minutes ago, and we've got our own phones here too, so they're not just props. And Mark said, you know, whatever you need, he'll do it. And so he's very excited about hosting you.
Is now a good time to also mention that the Clarks and Greensight Services have been generous to this auction with the Patriots tickets. And I know that Sandy and Matt Clark are keeping a close eye on those Patriots tickets because they are hard to come by. And they worked really hard to make sure that we had them for tonight. So we want to keep the bid going for them because they are checking and keeping an eye on it.
And it sure beats watching it on TV. So also the Escape to the White Mountains at $3,500 right now, $3,500 on that one. And the Catered Backyard Movie Night. This again, previously was a huge hit. This will be a fun event. It's not at a lot of money, only $1,250 now, which I think is a terrific bargain. On the Morans dinner party, that one is down in Newport at their View destination. That is a little hot spot that they have there for your personalized dinner. That one's at $1,750. And the surprise envelope now, the surprise envelope is just at, where did the surprise envelope go? Here it is. Here it is. Yes, here it is. We have a little table here with all our gadgets and good stuff. And, so this is the surprise. It is at, where are we, Katrina? We're at $3,200 on that one. And gentlemen, the diamond pendant necklace at $500. Don't be cheap or you're gonna be going home in a taxi cab or Uber tonight. Also the autographed Patriots helmet at $500, the zoo at $675, the wine at $525, the Trapp Family Lodge in Vermont at $2,000, the Lenovo notebook at $275, the Realism Portrait by Mallory Portraits at $200, and a little bit of everything at $180. So there is a little bit of everything
for everyone.
Exactly. So keep that bidding going, and let's continue that momentum through the evening.
Really, Paul, our community is amazing. You know, whether they are close to us or whether they're far away, they continue to find a way to support us. And that support has been felt throughout the entire past 2 years that have been so difficult for the hospital and for the nurses and physicians and staff at Milford Regional. We have felt your support. We appreciated your support. And with all the uncertainty of COVID, the support of our community has been steadfast, constant, reliable, and really been able to carry us over the past couple of years. So with that, we just wanted to take a look at the following video and share it with you.
Outside our walls, it seemed that a wave, a miracle, was building as members of the community, teachers, school children, restaurants, businesses, moms and dads, first responders, and grandparents created ways to let the Milford Regional team know that we are all in this together. Groups would show up to cheer on our nurses. First responders from dozens of communities organized a tribute train of fire trucks, police cruisers, and other emergency vehicles to parade by Milford Regional. Staff were encouraged by the thoughtfulness of school children who created handmade thank you cards and posters that were put on display throughout the campus. Area businesses delivered incredibly generous donations of food and supplies to support the hospital's needs and fortify our staff during stressful shifts as they gave their all to provide our patients with the highest quality care. As the surge hit, Clancy, Maya, Oakley, and Dublin, a team of therapy dogs, were deployed to offer happiness breaks for our employees. Small offerings of gratitude stones showed up outside our walls to express the heartfelt support of the community. It was a true celebration when our first intubated COVID patient was discharged. He left Milford Regional to a chorus of applause, offering his own gratitude to our caregivers. The beginning of a precious tradition that has continued for others who have recovered and made their way home.
You know, in the 3 weeks I've been here, I got to meet a lot of you, and I've been genuinely impressed by the care you give me and the risk you're willing to take, to do this, every single day. I know you guys got families too, you gotta go home too. And it can't be easy. It really can't. And I always felt that you guys were able to somehow put that fear aside and, just care for me like you. I was one of your own. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.
The outpouring of love and support from the community has lifted up the entire Milford Regional Healthcare System team and strengthened our resolve. This past year has demonstrated that both the hospital and physician group are more than prepared to take on whatever challenge that lies ahead. The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. If that is true, our community, in its caring for each other, as it did more than 100 years ago and again in 2020, is truly a picture of greatness.
All right. And we do have a lot of community support out there, no question about it. We have folks in the hospital really working hard. We have folks outside the hospital really working hard, and they both care about one another. So our community has been very supportive of us, and we are grateful to their continued spirit and efforts to make the employees at the hospital comfortable and to keep them motivated.
Now, Paul, there's only one way that you get those bidder numbers to go up, and it's your chatter and your famous chatter that you have throughout the evening, which I cannot recreate. You would not want me to do it. But I think now would be a good time, since the bidding is going so well, for you to exist as if they are around you right now and make this auction go, because I think people are watching these bids very closely. And I'm also looking at the same board, and it looks like those bids continue to go up. So thanks, everyone. Keep it going and keep the competition going as well.
Yeah, we are at, let's see, $2,750 on restaurant 45. So you want the champ, let's go $2,750 and $3,000. $3,000 now to bid 3,000. Let's move it now. Click on restaurant 45 now, 3,000. We got $13,000 now to bid 13 and 13 and 13,000 on the Patriots and go to bid 13. $13,000 now to bid 13 and 14 and 14 and 14. Shh. You remember that one, because when you get out of control, it's my way of quieting you down. And at this point in time, we have to bring it all back in, reel it in for a very serious moment, because this is our Fund a Need initiative. This is where so many of you make a big, big difference for us. And we have come to realize, especially since the pandemic, that behavioral health continues to be a challenge. It continues to be a crisis. And we are challenged right now by so many people coming into the ER, the need to facilitate the requests of these people and the medical issues that they have. Some have complex medical issues, which even makes it more problematic. But make no mistake about it, behavioral health budgets have been cut across the United States more specifically in New England. And we want to be able to adequately serve those individuals in need. It shouldn't be that people differentiate between mental health and physical health. When you have a child suffering from a disease or an illness, they are treated quickly and expeditiously. While a child who may have be suffering from mental deficiencies or challenges or behavioral health issues, they're put on a waiting list. How is that possible in the United States of America? We need your help to ensure that we have more space and more resources, because this is also an area where insurance coverage lacks significantly. And behavioral health is, it impacts all of our families and neighborhoods. It knows no boundaries, old and young, Black and white, rich and poor. Will you please join with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to give at a level that you're comfortable with, to give directly to mental health challenges, behavioral health challenges. Join with us and participate in our Fund a Need. Raise your bid card tonight, raise your hand, click your mobile device at $10,000, at $10,000. Who's in at $10,000 tonight, ladies and gentlemen? We've got Kevin and Leslie Lobus are in at 10,000. Very good. In at 10,000 to kick us off and running at 10,000 now. Who else is in at the $10,000 level tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Who else is in tonight at the $10,000 level? Kevin and Patty Meehan now at 10,000. Kevin and Patty Meehan, I'm watching two screens. Kevin and Patty Meehan in at 10,000. Who else is in, ladies and gentlemen, at the $10,000 level of giving, especially to be put aside for behavioral health? Oh, we've got a $500 donor. We'll take it. Thank you. Who's in at 5,000 tonight? Who is in at the $5,000 level of giving? $5,000 is our next level of giving, ladies and gentlemen. There's Bogey and his beautiful wife. Good old Bogey, 5,000 pulling through for us again. Thank you very much. Who else is in at the $5,000 level of giving tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Who else will help us at $5,000 tonight? We have Greg and Elsie Burrow now. Greg and Elsie Burrow in at $5,000 now. They're at home. They're checking it out. Greg texted me earlier. He said, good luck. So thank you, Greg and Elsie. And I saw Vanessa donated earlier. We appreciate it. Charles and Kathleen O'Leary in at 5,000. Excellent. Please keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Who else is in tonight at 5,000? Just click your button now. Click the donate button, ladies and gentlemen. Show us that button if you would, and make it click. Boop, tick, boom. That's all you need. George and Beverly Swimer now, $5,000. 5,000. It says fund an item right on the button now. It says fund an item right on the button. $5,000 from Ed and Rena Kelly. Excellent. Ed and Rena Kelly in at 5,000 now, in at 5,000. So thank you to them as well. Who else is in at 5,000, the $5,000 level of giving? Will anyone else? Denise. Woo! Denise, you rocked it! Denise, they're going wild. Rock it up. Woo! 10,000, Denise. We love you. Mr. W. Bristow Gannett and Mr. Sam Jeffries at 5,000 now. Keep them coming, pull it through, make it happen now, ladies and gentlemen, please. In at $5,000, who else is in at the $5,000 level of giving now? Let's go to the next level, $2,500. $2,500 now. Who's in at $2,500? Someone, if you would. $2,500 now. Laura and Mark Mann, they said $3,500. So thank you to them. Laura and Mark also hosting a house party, also donating us auction items. So thank you. They're in at $3,500. The level of giving we're looking at right now is $2,500. Carol and Michael Antino at $2,500 now. They're in at $2,500 as well. Let's keep those 2,500s clicking. It's the cumulative total of these contributions that matter, ladies and gentlemen. Many hands will make light work. Mr. and Mrs. John Gannett Jr. now at $2,500 now. Let's keep that going, ladies and gentlemen. Who else is in at $2,500 now? At the $2,500 level of giving, Bob Kilroy says yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bob Kilroy and his friends at Myrick O'Connell. We appreciate it. $2,500 right there. Who else is in at $2,500 tonight? $2,500, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Lerner says yes at $2,500. Thank you, Scott, at $2,500 now. This level of giving is an important one. Who else is in at $2,500? Anyone else in at $2,500? Let's go to the next level. Oh, we'll take Dr. Catherine Mason and Dr. Christopher Hummel. They're in at $2,500. To the two doctors, thank you for that donation at $2,500. Anyone else in at $2,500 coming through now at $25,000? The Sirocco, Steve, thank you at $5,000 there. I think, are they whooping it up with the Hopkins?
They are at the
Ooh, that's gonna be a good party. I might be taking a ride after this. Nicole and Jim Thine at $2,000 now. Nicole and Jim Thine at $2,000 pulling through now. Anyone else at the $2,500 level now? $2,500. Let's go to the $1,000. Whoa, Lee Gaudette says yes at $2,500. Lee, thank you. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting cues from every angle of the table. Some are telling me to move on. Some are telling me to stay right where we are. So at $2,500, we've got Anonymous at $2,000. Anonymous says $2,000. They don't want you coming back to them next year, Emily. Anonymous at $2,000 now. That's all right. Line it up. Be the bidder, be the winner, and help us make a difference. Judy and Brian Kelly in at $1,000. Who joins us at $1,000? An affordable level of giving is $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Click your phones, pull it up on your devices, your computers. The $1,000 level is an important level of giving for everyone. This matters, ladies and gentlemen. Behavioral health is really at the forefront of huge challenges now. I will say Lynn donated $1,000 because I don't want to mess up that last name. $1,000 level now. Dr. T.
Dr. C.
Dr. C.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's a trick.
And Judy and Brian Kelly.
Judy and Brian Kelly. There's Shafali. How are you, Shafali? I missed giving you a hug at the event. I'm sure you dressed all up tonight with your daughter and husband as well, sitting in some fancy gilded chair somewhere. Shafali says yes at $1,000. Mary's in at $500, but we're not there yet, Mary, and we appreciate the $500 at $1,000. Who else is in at $1,000 now? Who else is in at $1,000? Shake it up and make it happen at $1,000, the $1,000 level of giving. Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Leonard say yes at $1,000. They're in at $1,000. And who else can help us at $1,000 now, ladies and gentlemen? Who else can help us at $1,000? $1,000, someone, if you would, at $1,000. Any other participants? Let's go to $500 then. Show us the money. Richard Daly says yes. Dr. Daly in at $500 now. $500 on that contribution. Who else is in at the $500 level of giving now? Again, all going directly to behavioral health fund and item for the purpose of really paying close attention to getting the right staff and the space necessary to effectively deal with the challenges in front of us. Beth Cadle says at $250, which is another level of giving for us. She's in at $250. Thank you, Beth. We urge you all to bid at a number that you're comfortable with, at a level that you're comfortable with. Dr. Moquin says yes at $500, and we appreciate that, Doctor. Thank you for $500 now. At the $500, $250 level, whatever works for you folks, we appreciate your contribution. Whoa, Dr. McCoy, Gene McCoy, shake it up, baby, twist and shout. Come on, Gene McCoy, what's it all about? Whoa, 5,000 right there. So let's keep that one going. And Justine Brewer and Betsy in at $500. Thank you guys so much. Thank you very much. That McCoy party must be like really happening. We love it. Yes. Thank you for always being so supportive of us, Dr. McCoy. Michael Carroll's in at 500. He says yes at the $500 level, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to keep moving now. We need to keep moving that ticker all the way up if we can. 500, 250, Karen Peterson's in now at 250. We're doing some great fund and item contributions, ladies and gentlemen. In order to keep our pace tonight, we are going to move to the next portion of tonight, but we certainly, Greg Burrow says yes at 1,000. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. I take back all that stuff I said about you earlier when we spoke on the phone. $1,000 right there from Greg Burrow. Awesome. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate that. Jamie Doucette, 500. Jamie, thank you. This is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. We are so grateful to you. This virtual event, we were skeptical. We didn't want to put any of our friends and colleagues, any of the people who have been so kind to us at risk in any way, shape, or form. So it was a big decision for us to go virtual. Alice and John Hall just jumped in at $1,000. Thank them. But it was an amazing decision that we had to make. And we really put our faith in you and people like Mr. and Mrs. Peter Lynch at $250. We put our faith in you to go virtual. And we appreciate you stepping up to the plate as you've done just so many times for the hospital and for the programs. Hey, Althea and Ed Brabazon, $200. How are you guys? Thank you for that $200 contribution. We appreciate it. So if we can keep making those contributions, again, at a level that you're comfortable with, all you got to do is press that fund an item button and you are good to go. All right, let's move to some of the items now, see where we are in terms of high bids. Emily, come on in here and let's check this out, see what we look like on the big screen.
Things are going really well, Paul.
Things are going well.
I'm very excited. This is where I get very excited in the event, but this is going really well. And I'm just seeing all the names flashing. You heard me probably chattering from the side, but it's just going great. So thank you all very much. This is your opportunity, just so you know, text your friends, let people know. We all have our phones out. We're texting people. This is really the last call. So if you know of somebody that's not at your party that would like to participate, now is the time to do it. So Paul, I think this is a good opportunity to review again, don't you think?
Yes. And I know there's room in some of these items now without question. We are at $22.50 on Aruba. That's a silly price. So bump it up, stop it. That one is cheap enough to send your mother-in-law, get rid of her for the week at $22.50.
Trouble. Trouble again.
And the Oliva's Lobster Bake, $8,750, worth more money. The Patriots tickets, $13,000. Peanuts of the monkey. Pony it up, step it up. It's a good package.
I think it might be elephant. Monkey?
Elephants like it too. But what the hell? $27.50 on Restaurant 45. $27.50. That one's about to go boom up in the air. We can tell. $4,000 on the White Mountains, $1,250 on the Backyard Barbecue, hardly an adequate amount, $2,000 on Morin's, and the surprise item is $5,000. And look at this, someone took my advice on the diamond pendant. Thank goodness they did. Buy it now at $3,000. God, I hope they don't figure out it's cubic zirconia until they get home.
It's not. No, it's not. It's actually a beautiful necklace. I've seen it.
You did?
Yes, it's beautiful. So that's
I thought it was nice too.
It's a smart choice.
It is. Just like I said, doghouse. At that money, that gets you out of the doghouse. That's a 2-weeker. Forget the 1 week I said earlier. It's a 2-weeker now.
Oh.
All right. The Lenovo laptop at $300 and the Trapp Family Lodge at $3,000 now. So things are going particularly well. We told you we're getting some cues here right now. So hold on here for 1 second. They're telling us, whoa, keep it going here. We're almost at $10,000 with Oliva's, almost at $10,000, bumping up the Patriots tickets to $14,500 now. $14,500. Be the winner, be the bidder, keep it going. We talked to you about the Brookhouse party. Look, they're a great source of support for the hospital. They're terrific business people, Koopman's Lumber. We do know that they were packed earlier tonight with people trying to get into the house. Apparently there has been something going on over there with some neighbors being concerned. about the activity. The police have been sent to the Brook House residents, and they are asking people to please depart at this point. If you are outside, it seems like the party has moved into the street. If you are outside of the Brook House residence, we'd like you to please move now. We're going live to the Brook House house party right now, ladies and gentlemen. We wanted to keep you abreast of just what's going on there. Now it looks like some of the guests are having to leave. They've got some of the streets shut down. It looks like there's helicopters overhead now at this point, and there continues to be there's some folks taking off now in a limousine from the residents. So we apologize to those people who couldn't participate tonight, given this, the police presence. Please stay away from that area right now. Please stay away. There's another guest being escorted off. Please stay away from that area if you would, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to report live there for everybody's safety. But again, we are grateful to the Brook Houses for everything that they do for us. We love you guys. You're the best. Keep smiling. All right, let's come back a little bit, some more pricing here. We are at some good bargains here, only at close to $3,000 on Restaurant 45. $14,500 on the Patriots tickets. Now, keep in mind, the surprise envelope is the only item that we are going to sell during the show. The only item that is now at $5,500. We are going to start the time clock 60 seconds. You've got 60 seconds to bid on the surprise envelope right now.
About this.
Yes, we want to disclose what's in the surprise envelope.
Because I don't even know. I'm a little worried. I'm scared. That's okay, Paul. I trust you. We've come this far.
We'll be fine. Where are we right now? Showing the surprise envelope. The clock is ticking on this one. We're at $5,500. Any advance, ladies and gentlemen? Any advance on the surprise item right now? Item number 8. And it is at $5,500. We're down to the wire. We are timing out momentarily here, and we are going to sell right now the surprise envelope, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, all of the other items that we reviewed are open until 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., all items will sell simultaneously. At 9 p.m., all items will sell simultaneously now. We're at $5,600. $5,600 is the top bid on the surprise item. How long do we have left here? How long do we have left, Heather? Is Heather on the line remotely? We need to know. You can't text her. You need to talk to her. All right. We are closing the surprise envelope. Last bidding going right now. It is done at $5,600. $5,600 is done on the surprise envelope now. Who's the bidder? And the winner at $5,600. Can we tell them what's in the envelope?
One of these years, I'm going to open the envelope for you, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Would you let that happen?
You can be like the Vanna White thing.
I would love
we could
that.
do that.
I think it would work out
You know
great.
what? You would be perfect for that.
Thank you. Next year, can I open the envelope?
I love it. I love
All
it.
right,
Next year, you can sell the goddamn thing. Who knows if I'll even be around then.
Oh, you will. I know a few good doctors that'll make
Let's
sure
hope
you're
so.
there.
Preparing for this event, I'm not so sure.
Me neither.
If you guys only know what went into this thing, you should see what like in some I don't know, the Situation Room at the White House or something here. It's crazy. All right. This is a trip. This is a trip.
I'm so excited.
Okay, good.
Good.
Trip. This is a trip.
Oh.
This is a trip. Okay.
Yes, great.
We'll just tell them what it is.
Yeah, let's go on that first
It's
part.
a trip to Motel 6, ladies and gentlemen. Anywhere in the United States, any Motel 6, you can upgrade to a Motel 8, $4 a night. $4 a night for the upgrade.
This is, I'm going to say the buzzword again, trouble.
What about
Trouble.
transportation? Should we give them transportation?
No, it doesn't come with transportation. I told you that before.
We'll throw in a Greyhound bus. Greyhound bus, one way, whatever you choose. You can do the whole 9 yards on the Greyhound bus. They do all kinds of stuff. You can buy cannabis there.
And movies.
You can buy movies, tickets, casino tickets, fake gold jewelry, anything you want, you can buy on the Greyhound bus. Actually, Susan Consigli is the winner. Susan, thank you. I hope your party is rocking. You and Anthony are great to us. And we really look forward to working with you for next year's event because they are going to be the co-chairs of next year's event. So we're excited. But hold on here because the trip really is going to the lodge at Jackson Hole. So you're going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. homing now for a wildlife adventure, luxury accommodations, world-class amenities. You're getting the Grand Teton Wildlife Safari as well. Really a classy place, a nice adventure, and a great getaway. So thank you so much, folks, for bidding on the surprise envelope. We appreciate it. We also want to update you. It looks like some of the folks are really clearing out now at Brook Houses. They've locked the doors. They've limited capacity to the dwelling at 42 people. So it looks like we are secure. Everybody is safe, and they are going to hopefully continue to bid. So thank you to all of them. That concludes the surprise envelope. Can we do another round of quick updates?
Yes, I would love
Restaurant
that.
45 hitting
Numbers keep going
3,000.
up.
Looks like Oliva's hitting 10,000 now. The Patriots season tickets, ladies and gentlemen, season tickets are at 14,500. Come on, woo! Those should hit 20,000 now. The Morans at 2,000. Catered backyard movie night. You're gonna love it, folks. It's only $1,250. It's a great value. Let's scroll right down to the bottom, Katrina, if we can. The Morans dinner. We've got the wine. We've got lots of things there. The autographed helmet at $575. Trap Lodge is at the 3,000. The little Novo notebook is at 500 now. Emily, what do you got now?
No, I think this is just going so well. And I just, I'd love for more pictures to come in. It looks like everybody's having a great time. It's just going great. So thanks, Paul. I know this is something we weren't too sure about, but it's all going so well, and we work so hard. So we're excited about how it's going. And, we've just been so lucky to have so many generous sponsors who supported us tonight. So many of the sponsors, I just want to make sure.
The amazing thing about this is it just happens because people get into it. There's a difference between doing things when you have to do them or you feel an obligation, and there's a big difference when you want to do them and when you have that passion. And certainly what we've seen tonight, and what I hope each and every one of you continue to see at your respective house parties, is that passion. And we thank you for that. That's not easy to come by. We're in the business of fundraising, and philanthropy is a big part of what the hospital does. And in your absence, they simply would not be able to do it.
Well, we always talk about in the office how, it's been a difficult couple of years for everyone. And at the foundation, we've seen the better side of this whole difficult time, because we've seen all of the generosity and the commitment and the support of our community in so many different ways. They've been there. And I can't tell you the number of conversations where I'll call a donor and they'll say, whatever you guys need. Yeah. So this is just one more example of our community coming through for us. And we're grateful beyond words, because it means a lot. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to us to have the ability to go back to the hospital and say how well we're doing with the fundraising tonight. And we really, truly appreciate the support. So thanks everyone for being a part of it.
We're on the move, and we urge you to continue to use these devices. It's just 5 minutes past 8 right now. The bidding is going to remain open until 9 o'clock on all of the items. Until 9 o'clock, all the items will close simultaneously at 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. So please don't lose that momentum. If we could continue to move the needle up a little bit on some of these auction items, we'd really appreciate it.
So before we say goodbye, can we just make a quick plug for next year?
Oh yeah,
I want to just talk very briefly about next year.
It's gonna be big.
So thanks to the Salmons, if they'll have us back, we will be back next year, and we are so excited. I can't wait till you see the space. It's such a beautiful location, and we will transform it once again. And our thanks to Anthony and Susan Consigli for hanging in there with us. Their loyalty, their commitment, their hard work means a great deal. So more details to come, but I can't wait till next year, because I think it's going to be great.
And this is really exciting, and I'll tell you why. We're coming out of this year, where you people have been so kind to us, but we're going into next year, and we start tomorrow. Make no mistake about it. We start tomorrow because it's going to be something that's extraordinary in every way. And we now have the venue. We've got the venue. It is the Willows. We are taking over the Willows. You might see some senior citizens at your table, but don't worry about it.
Trouble.
Don't worry about it.
Trouble.
And the reality is they've got some great space for us to use here. We are going to take that space and really create something incredibly unique. And with Anthony and Susan Consigli, who have been with us over the last couple of years through this roller coaster ride of trying to host an event, but not really being able to host an event, to have them as our hosts and chair people. It's just phenomenal that they are lending their good name to our event and will be the leaders of Mélange 2022. So it's going to be phenomenal. We love you. You have been extraordinary and kind to us, and we want you to have a good, enjoyable, safe, and fun time tonight. Emily, as always, it's great working with you.
We always have a lot of fun, Paul.
No question.
And
no
again, our
question.
thanks to the Salmons for letting us hosting us this evening here, and we're just so grateful and appreciate it. And good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your party.
We love you.
Thank you, Paul.
Keep smiling. Thank you all very much.
Bye.